Let's do some replays. This is the first replay that I did after I kitty cat after I updated the list a little bit. Who's your kitty? Alright, let me do this. Yeah, okay. View, card info, invisible. Alright. Let's bring this down a little bit. That should be decent, I guess. So opponents on burn. I keep the hand because that spreadsheet showed me the Inquisitions and Lanterns mean increased win percentages. So, I mean, I know it seems nuts with this kind of hand, but I'm using the spreadsheet here and trusting it. That's the whole point of this right here, testing the data that I got from that spreadsheet. Of course, opponent is, like I said, on burn, plays turn 1 Grim Lavamancer. It's not so bad. I end up, I want to say I took the Searing Blaze here. Sorry, the Lava Spike here, yeah, because it costs, it's 1 mana. So that way my opponent, you know, they can do the Atarka's command, but I got other Inquisitions coming. So I'm not too worried about Atarka's command right now. He can spend the mana to do Atarka's, or he can spend it for Rift Bolt and save the Atarka's. Either way, I'm okay. Yeah, so he suspends the Rift Bolt. That gives me a chance to pull a 2 mana burn spell out of his hand. Now, unfortunately, my second land was a Glimmer Void, so I have to play an artifact here. So I play the Lantern to get some more information first. Opponent's going to draw a land, which I am perfectly fine with. So I go to grab another chunk of damage out of my opponent's hand. And I grab the command, because that can deal, it can deal 4 damage. Yeah. So, I mean, Charm can also deal 4, but if my opponent, like, top decks a, after he fetches, if the opponent top decks a, what's it called, like a Goblin Guide or something, you know, Atarka's command can deal a lot more. So he gets another fetch on top, which is fine. I'm going to take that 3. So now, yeah, I mill and Shredder. And I know the Boros Charm is in hand, but, and there is the Rift Bolt. I'm going to be able to take care of that Lavamancer with Abrupt Decay here shortly. But no matter what, so if he deals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which I planned on, that puts me at 7, and I'm already controlling the draws, so I'm not going to start taking too much more here shortly. Now, my opponent decided not to suspend the Rift Bolt and just deal this straight 3 to me, which means that now I can safely discard that Boros Charm. So I've saved myself a lot of damage. I'm still going to be taking a little bit of damage from Grim Lavamancer until I play the Decay, but I'm not too worried. I've got a pretty good buffer here, and I've got really good top control. Yeah, don't want my opponent to have the Eidolon or the either Eidolon or Boros Charm here. So I let my opponent have the Rod and Coddle. Now again, I can still take 2 damage from Grim Lavamancer, unfortunately. So I'm kind of torn here about you know, what's coming up. So I bell first because I know I don't need another land, and I don't want him to have a Boros Charm. Sea of Brutality. So now I have an answer to Lavamancer. I can hold this Lantern to gain life as well. So my opponent can, yeah, they can deal another 2 damage with the Lavamancer, or 4 damage really. But I'll be able to gain 2 of it, kill the Lavamancer, and kill the Nikado with Abrupt Decay when they attack. And so I know at this point my opponent has not enough burn to kill me. So decay that, keep my opponent off of anything special. I do the Brutality and gain the life. And now I just got to keep my opponent off of anything good, which is pretty easy, you know, with 3 mill rocks. And now I have Inventor's Fair. So it's actually even alright for me to let my opponent draw some burn. Yeah. So it's quickly spiraling out of control for my opponent. Yeah. I wasn't sure what to name with this. He had 2 foothills in the graveyard, or he or she had 2 foothills in the graveyard, 2 arid meshes in the graveyard. So I wasn't sure what fetches to get rid of. Searing Blaze on top, which I have 1 Spellskite in the deck. All I have to do is not play it, and I'll be okay. And I start milling a little bit faster, even when they got dead cards up on top now, because I got a clock. My opponent does not. Yeah, tutor, grab the ruins, so I can start getting mill rocks back. I'll let my opponent draw the Scalding Tarn. This is where my opponent gets kind of confused. They play the Tarn thinking they can Searing Blaze his creature and then targeting me, which, even if he could, it's still not enough to kill me, but he can't. So I had to explain to my opponent that they could not do this. And while we're doing that, Cockatrice crashes. Fortunately, afterwards, my opponent, they look up the rules also and they realize that, yeah, they can't do that. And again, even if they could, it doesn't matter. It's not up to kill me. I'll just gain the life right back with Inventor's Fair. At best, they could put me at 2, if that was legal. So that's it, really. Cockatrice crashes, and I'm going to win this game anyways. So game 2 against Burn, which is amazing. I just won game 1 off a 1-hand hand. Okay, let's pull up card info again. Floating. Is that? No, I guess not. Visible. There we go. Come on. There we go. Oh, come on. It's not what I want. Silly thing. There. Alright. I side in the ley lines. I decide in 4 ley lines, 3 welding jars. I side out 3 surgicals, 3 needles, and I want to say 1 bell. I could have also sided in the Quiet Disrepair, but I wasn't sure about that. So, but I knew about this. And of course, I had opening hand ley line, and I had a pretty good setup here, so I was pretty comfortable with it. This is one of the matchups where I can use Academy Ruins to self-mill. I draw Brutality, which is amazing here. But I don't need to self-mill. I want to play that fair early, though. I was torn here. I wanted to play the Shredder to turn on Metalcraft and then do Brutality, but I didn't want to take that extra 2 damage, needlessly. So instead, I do Brutality, and I do all 3 modes, pitching the Ruins here, because that extra 2 points of damage could mean something, whereas Ruins does not mean anything at the time. And especially, they're tapped out, so I'm going to be able to take out any artifact removal they might have in their hand. And it turns out they have none. But, I want to say I took the Lava Spike again. Yeah. Because it's the least mana intensive spell that they got. It turns out it doesn't matter anyways because I have the ley line, but I needed to make sure that they didn't have the turn 2 removal for ley line there. So now I have Metalcraft, and I'm going to start gaining life with Inventor's Fair. And my opponent is drawing a ton of dead cards. They even helix themselves to try to deal an extra point of damage. But I'm gaining life with that Fair really quick. And now I have a Lantern, so it's really easy to keep my opponent off of anything good. Get rid of that Guide, which I don't want them to have. Yeah. The opponent, I don't know if you noticed that there, the opponent fetches up the mountain, didn't like what they saw on top, so they hit shuffle shuffle real quick and got a Boros Charm on top instead. So they don't actually have to shuffle, it'll shuffle for them automatically. But alright, so Rolling Jar is good. Bridge on top, play the bridge. So now I'm going to be gaining all sorts of life, and I can just mill like crazy. Okay, get rid of the Revelry. It's one of the few cards that actually matters anymore. Yeah, I just go all out mill now. The Skull Crack doesn't matter. It'll stop a life gain trigger, but it doesn't matter. I'm at 19 and I'm getting life quick, and I've got really good control here. So yeah, this is new build 2-0 against Burn, and it's working very well. Those Collective Brutalities and 4 Inquisitions are amazing here, and fortunately it doesn't weaken other matchups. So, alright.